This is Titanfall, probably one of the most exciting shooters I've ever played on the PC gaming platform. Of course, you guys know that I play a lot of Battlefield, and Battlefield, in terms of intensity, doesn't compare to this, except for a few exceptional matches. But this kept my heart rate going for a long time. First time I booted up in beta, I was completely blown away. Right there, I just picked up a pilot kill. Now, I'm just going to go over the basics of Titanfall really quickly. First of all, you can note that it is very, it's pretty good looking. This still runs on a source engine, so you can kind of assume that this will run pretty well on most machines. Lower end machines, I think, will have a slight issue, but then again, this is in beta, and it's very well optimized so far. So maybe they still have a little more optimization to go through. So maybe this will run incredibly well. Anyways, I just picked up a couple pilot kills right there. What pilots are pretty much the players in this game. This game's actually 6v6, believe it or not. The rest of them are grunts and specters. Specters are the laser robot guys with rocket launchers, and grunts are just the standard ground soldiers who have a lot more fueling. Like, if you listen to the grunts dialogue at the beginning of the matches and in between, you can hear their dialogue. And it's really cool. It adds to the character. Like, for example, the militia, they're talking about whatever the heck they're talking about, like ice cream or something in one case, and the IMC is talking about tactics and all that, because the IMC is more professional and the militia is sort of like a ragtag team, and that is our melee kill in this game. That's pretty awesome. But I just kicked one of the militia guys. And occasionally in the buildings you will see the militia and the IMC grunts go into hand-to-hand combat. If you help them, they will thank you. So that's very awesome. Spectres, they're not that much of a threat. You can hack them, except it'll take a long time, and you'll probably get killed before you can successfully hack a couple of Spectres. But Spectres, they can be easily killed, and this right here is a drop pod full of soldiers for the grunt, so you can hear them like disgusting tactics right now. So that's very cool. And I'm about to call in my Titan right here, which is probably the most important aspect of Titanfall, as I just get killed by a Titan. But that right there is my Titan. It just got dropped out from the sky, and I'm about to embark in it. Got pseudo monitors pop up, and it's very atmospheric. I've never seen anything like it. I'm using a chain gun right now. This is probably the least effective weapon when you're fighting against infantry and enemy Titans. I'd say the 40mm cannon is a lot better. This is a lot earlier in my beta experience. I've gotten a lot more experience since then. I'd say the 40mm cannon is a lot better. So if you're using that, yeah, that's a lot better. And now someone's just climbed on my back, as you can see at the top of the screen, rodeo attack. So I have to get out and try to shoot this guy, and I end up killing him, but my Titan's already fried because I know it's too late. So that you can do. You can jump on enemy Titan's back. You can ride on your own friendly Titan's back and provide firing support, but you'll get killed, but you'll be able to prevent enemy Titans from climbing onto your friend's back. And I just doomed him with my Signwider micro missile launcher, which is very effective against Titans. Not too effective against infantry. It actually sucks hard against infantry. Mostly because of its inaccuracy and its splash damage. It can't really do much against infantry, but I'm just blown away. Right now I'm trying to keep my guy safe by shooting the pilot. Pilots, they're much more effective against Titans, and they're pretty much the biggest threat. Other Titans, you can easily detect them because they're so big, and you can just blow them up. You can go into hand-to-hand combat with the Titans, and you'll be good with it. But pilots, because they're so small, and they're really lethal, even in close quarters combat when you're on the ground yourself. It's really you have to be mindful of all your surroundings while you're going into combat these pilots. And right now is a classic problem in Angel City, where you're really getting stuck in the roads here. And I got rodeoed again. This guy will not get off my machine, so I'm going to have to get off and kill him again. I don't have electrical smoke, which is a perk that you can equip onto your Titan. Unfortunately, I won't be able to show you the guys to load on mini right here. I wasn't able to collect any footage of that. I do have the training video, which is odd. But now that right there is my vortex shield. It's a really cool design. Pretty much it catches all your enemy projectiles and it launches it back at them. So, but then funny thing is, like, your enemy can counter it with another vortex shield and take your projectiles and launch it back at you. So it's like some weird, like, Star Wars crap, but it's really, really cool. I'm just unloading my missile barrage. He just fired that, and I'm going to hand-to-hand combat with this guy. And he's about to blow up, and I'm shooting at him, and I execute him, but there's no one inside. So that was just his automatic Titan. Now, automatic Titans, you can just not be in Titan and fight on the ground. That is probably more effective. Your Titan will easily be a lot more killed because there might be a little more skilled pilots out there. Now I'm activating my damage core to inflict a lot more damage, and I'm going to execute another guy. And it just never lets up, this game. This game just never lets up. I'm not... And I shot this guy again. Spin effect. He's been climbing on my Titans all game long, and I'm climbed on a friendly Titan, but I thought this was his enemy, so I started shooting at him, and I realized, oh yeah, that's friendly. So I didn't mean to do that. But as far as the overall game experience goes, this is mind-blowing. It's really, really good. Except, like, it never lets up. It just keeps going, which can be potentially good because, well, and as you can see, the Sidewinder missile is not that great against this guy who's using a more accurate and faster firing carbine. But this game, because it never lets up, it will take away from normal problems like, you know, like camping and as well as sniping, because the tanks will find you, players will find you, even the bots will find you. And now we're going into this little epilogue, which is a very, very cool touch to how the multiplayer game actually ends. You can see there's an intercept little icon that's pointing to a general building top that we have to get to and shoot down a transport ship that's going to try to get these enemy pilots out of the way. We're going to try to stop them, and if we stop them, we get more points. If they get away, they get more points. So I'm just going to leave it off here. I have another video coming up about the Smart Pistol, which is probably one of the most interesting weapons I've ever seen in a video game. Yeah, thank you guys for watching. Enjoy the rest of this gameplay as we eat back the city.